Okay, let me, hold on. I don't think you guys can hear me even. All right, let me make sure you guys can hear me. So the title is this one. This was download I got after I did that reading earlier. And yes, my brain goes faster than my mouth. So yeah, it's this thing called, it's like, it's cognitive function. You know, the cognitive function of my brain works faster than the firing to my mouth. You know, it's a whole body, but you know, some people don't understand anatomy and how things work. Also, my house was hot earlier, which the only reason why I'm bringing that up is because someone was in my comments talking mess about me using drugs, okay? And I use marijuana, yeah, absolutely, positively. My favorite strain is Jack Herrera. You know, gives a nice, mellow, even high. You know, so if you're interested in trying something out, I like the uppers, I like the indicas for when I'm going to bed. Not that that's anybody's business, it is legal. Speaking of which, I have a funny story about my grandmother before it even became legal to smoke in any state. My grandmother was traveling to come visit me when my youngest, well, not my second, was born. So he's 14 now. So 14 years ago, my grandmother came from the Bay Area to Arizona to visit me to see my son. And when she was flying on the plane, she brought with her an entire Trader Joe's bag of marijuana. And they didn't check her Trader Joe's bag, oddly enough. Like, they did not check the Trader Joe's bag. They were too busy looking at her jewelry, like, you know, just the way she was dressed and everything. So that's what ultimately, I guess, made them miss that. But I thought that that was always a funny story, because it's like, how do you get through TSA? And I asked her that question. We asked her, and she was like, they were too busy looking at my jewelry, my bracelets and stuff. So they didn't even, you know, they weren't even aware. They weren't even paying attention to the fact that I had an entire Trader Joe's bag of marijuana. So if anyone wants to come in my anything and say anything about me, you know, I can for myself. And just remember, God humbles better than anybody can humiliate. And anybody that knows God knows that and doesn't have to go and, you know, talk mess and be, you know, in my opinion, belligerent or nasty. You know, it's all the same to me. It's all one and the same. But anyway. All right. So this person's dealer feels like they're overboard. Yeah. All right. Okay. So it's like, here are the cards. Okay. So we were talking earlier too about, like, there's a difference between self-love and self-value. And previously, I think we were discussing things that relate to self-value, like, you know, what you do with and to your body, so to speak. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So what is it? All right. This guy has a DL lover. Ooh. And ooh, okay, so DL lover is looking at their person. Like, this DL lover feels like this person has got a lot of bad habits that they need to change, stuff that they need to, like, do in order to be even, I guess, cognizant, is because a lot of times people get caught in these karmic cycles and where they obsess about other people, because that was the first card that I saw in here, where they obsess about other people, and they end up needing to, like, use, you know, drugs and, you know, other things like that to make them happy or motivate them, to get them up in the morning, to help them go to sleep at night, and blah, 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 right? So anything that you can't stop. Now, I started this by talking about the fact that I do smoke. However, I do take breaks. So that is me testing my own strength, just like you would go and you would fast, you know, and just only drink water. You know, you do the same things with all of the things that you use and all of the things that you engage in, because too much of anything is a bad thing, right? And we used to say, too much of anything will give you gas. Yes, even exercise. Because sometimes the people don't exercise just to be healthy. They exercise to, like, have physique to attract people. It's not about their health. You see what I'm saying? You see how that's... Okay. So, we were talking about self-love, self-care, and self-value. Whoa, and this DI. Ooh, so this DL, so is this, I wonder if this is the on the DL, or if this is the, well, I mean, they're both kind of on the DL. I get the energy, like, one of them, everybody, like, all his male friends know that this person goes both ways, or, well, no, they say he doesn't go the way, like, if he wouldn't be into me, so women, but he would definitely have guys. So this guy is realizing that this person is trying to rediscover themselves, like, what their interests are, you know, and trying to look at who they really are and if they're trying to please people, which I feel like DL lover feels like, okay, that's good, because maybe they'll be able to come out of the closet and really just acknowledge our relationship. See, so that's where this DL lover is coming, with their energy tapping into my page. Yeah, I guess they knew about my kindness anyway, and I was born to stand out. But we'll, you know, we'll continue. We'll let the cards speak more. Anywho, so that's what this DL lover is realizing about somebody's person. And to be perfectly honest, I've dated, I want to say, I'm almost for certain there have been at least 3 gentlemen, and I'm using that term very loosely, okay? Like, you might as well just take it out. That have been involved with women, and I've found out that they've been involved with men, like usually through their emails, and they usually send me to do something to help them, and I find that way. That happened when I was married. And then I also find out other ways, like other people will like need to borrow one person needed to borrow my phone, and he logged into my to Instagram or whatever, and of course I'm being nosy. Why not? I didn't use it to do anything, you know. Nobody really, like, unless you know him and you know me and you know him more than you know me. But anywho, Spirit saying, if somebody's curious if this is who they think it is, maybe you need to get a reading on that person instead of trying to get a reading on other people's love journey. Maybe this is for the karmic feminines that are involved in this situation. You need to stop getting readings on the divine feminine's energies and start getting readings on your own man. Word to the wise. Be open to the idea of loving you. Remember, love, self-value, and self-care are 3 different things. How you really get into the receiving mode, that and clearing your energy. A lot of people are curious too, I think, about like spiritual baths, right? And spiritual bathing is a whole different energy. Some people may be going through some cycles of like decluttering and trying to get rid of, you know, excess, and you know, yeah, that's a part of work on your what's that called? It's a part of working on, like, that's only coming up for you because you need to work on how you look at money, like your relationship with money. that comes up is because you don't value it the right way, and Spirit is setting you up for a fresh start where you start to where you start to look at it like a baby, because you're going to have to go back to square one. This is for somebody in that karmic energy. Yeah, that's in the spirit or energy of like obstacles. I get it, heavy energy of this is a person who is a empty vessel right now. This is one who may have been doing this spell work and things like this for, you know, well over 30 years. These are older people that I'm speaking about right now. That Spirit is put. What typically happens is you start to like recognize the ways that you might be a hoarder, or might be like, you know, spiritually unkept, you know. And I believe in some of these relationships, it's not just masculines with other masculines that are in marriages that have, you know, opposite sex dynamic, but there are also feminine energies who are in marriages with men who are with women, you know, outside of their marriage. So there's a lot of difference going on for a lot of different people. So don't, you know, take it how it resonates, because these messages are for a lot of people. So that's going to be a lot of their struggles too, is overcoming these financial goals as they're in this fresh start energy. So again, these are all the lessons, you know, the collective has learned. You know, we've learned all these things, you know, how to really money, how to handle money, how to look at money, how the energy of money, what focus it takes, etc., you know. And this is how we feel about the people going through these issues. Decidedly so. Like, they are probably going to be expecting your kindness because you know about this, but you don't have to give your kindness to anybody. Again, the previous thing, where your value also lies in your boundaries. So the boundaries that you keep between you and people, and how you respect yourself to not be involved in that type of energy, is what makes it clear to yourself and the universe to keep you protected. So again, setting boundaries helps create your protection. When my aunts first started telling me to, oh look, the chariot energy just happened. I was picking up this for some other reason. But my aunt was talking to me about, you know, me taking the time at night to pray with my children before we went to bed and stuff. And, you know, first started like really, well, not first, but restarted digging back into the Bible on a day-to-day basis, everyday basis rather. But nonetheless, I started to do that and pray with my children. One of the things my son used to pray about was building a hedge around this family. Okay? And that's very significant, because you want to build a hedge. You want to have a hedge around you, a hedge of protection around you and the ones you love. And then we're able to Another way that you're able to, hold on a second. Somebody's, I think, doing a little too much. It's not a bra. It's actually a top. So I need you to get yourself together and thinking that everybody's going to come outside in a bra strap. Okay. It's an actual whole top that I bought, actually. So, keep thinking what you want to about people, because whatever image you're trying to portray about the collective, it doesn't exist, sweetheart. Doesn't. That's another thing that they try to present, like, oh, like, for everybody who does, I don't have any other social media except for Fancy Granola Goddess at Instagram, and then in actual name, I have an Instagram page. I have a Facebook page as the same of those as well, okay? Well, not Fancy Granola Goddess. I don't have a Facebook with Fancy Granola Goddess. I do one with my name, and then I do have one with my previous business name. I don't have any OnlyFans, okay? I've never solicited myself for sex ever before in my whole entire life. Okay, that's so beneath me. I don't feel like I would need to. Why? To me, this is a precious gift, me giving myself to someone. So why would I give it away in such a manner? Okay, whether or not, you feel one way or another is besides me, but I think people need to stop making these assumptions about people that are completely and totally irrelevant and inaccurate. Okay, so think what you want to, but I come out the house dressed, just for anybody that was thinking otherwise. I don't play around. It's a whole entire top. It's an actual top to go out to the club in. But I like to be, casual at home, comfortable. And I don't like a lot of clothes. So that's why I wore this top versus a bra. Just so you know. You never know. The people that really don't like wearing clothes and who feel a little bit more free with their bodies, maybe that's your misconception. You might see a woman without a bra on and you assume that she's loose. No, she's loose with her body because she's comfortable in it, not because she wants to have some man obsess about her in that comfortability. It used to be a thing of beauty to remark and go, oh, person, their beauty, extends. Fat stomachs used to be a thing. Like, people need to get over themselves, and they still are, just for, by the way. A fat stomach that loves itself. You know what I mean? I'm so sick of people doing that. I'm so sick of people trying me and other people as these horrible people when they know that we've been nothing but good to everybody we've encountered our whole entire lives. Some people think we're flirting with them, but we're just kind people to the core. In the past, some of us, myself especially, to my detriment. Unbeknownst to me, I was meeting karmics in first grade. That's when I met my first karmic. When did you meet yours? You don't know people's story, so don't start judging people. Do not in my chat. You will find out later how quickly that zaps you back. Like I said, God humbles better than anybody can humiliate. So just by me speaking that to you, rest assured it will be delivered. Spirit is saying specifically you're going to see obstacles soon. So don't come in my chat playing any games with me. With speed, you're going to see that. And skill. Don't come in my 11 and 1. 1:11 on the clock. Yeah, you're going to receive some huge despair. Don't come in here playing that. I highlight things. I illuminate things like the moon. Okay? Understand, the moon illuminates things too. So while people think that my tarot card reading is spell work and it's bad, no. It's illuminating things in the dark. I'm the moon in this energy. And when you start to remove, just like you got to remove good and evil, right? If you don't like it, go away from it. You remove it. That's how you remove it from your space. If you don't like dependent on your job, remove it. You know how to remove it, right? I don't like this. I don't like people coming in my chat with all this negative energy. Talking my clothes, trying to present something just because I'm beautiful. Get your life. Get your lives. Anyway, what's happened with this DL person? And this... Who could this be? Tell us more about these DL guy. That's their problem. They're in some criminal trouble. Decidedly so. Yeah. Maybe even in prison or on parole. Maybe even father energies or somebody in the army might be finding themselves, or somebody, yeah. Maybe they took a gamble with this person who They were also part of some type of speculation. Okay, maybe that's why I got so irritated, because people speculating things based off of their own addictions, based off of their own debt and their incapability to reimagine themselves. That was another thing too. Your self-value comes from you being able to see yourself reinvented over time. Like, I'd be listening to all kind of rap songs. You got to understand, rap is it's a serious spiritual battle, isn't it? And that's why people see it the way they do. That's why it resonates so well with so many people, right? But anywho, for those of you guys that thought I was stupid, because what? Yeah, that's the energy that people have been out here spreading. That's that speculation. Oh, this person's on drugs. This person's stupid. Oh, this person's doing this. Oh, this person. No, the collective doesn't do that, because that whoever believes that is a madman. Because how could I be out here in the public eye? Like, I'm not hard to find. Let's just keep it 100. Me and the rest of the collective energies, we're not hard to find. The government especially knows where to reach us, because we file our taxes. We're not in type of criminal trouble. They know how to reach us and ask us. Yeah, ain't no detectives watching us. Ain't no detectives that come our direction and be like, oh yeah, this person is up to something. They're like, nah, this person's really hardworking and doing exactly what they say they're doing. Like, this is going to be a hard follow-up. You're trying to come and put something on the collective, it's going to be a very hard proof. You'd have to be a madman to try to put someone in another location. It doesn't matter if you're trying to present things online and say, oh no, that was a fancy granola goddess on OnlyFans. Okay, let me see that IP address, because we have them over here text messaging somebody, spaying their children, or at work, a numerous amount of things, right? Because that's just how we live our lives, right? Our devices are with us all the time, right? That should be easy to prove. And that's the thing. They talk about, oh, they're monitoring you, they're watching you, then they know you ain't did nothing. What kind of that, I can't even call it crazy work. I call it busy work, because it's somebody who doesn't know how to get a life. They just be busybodies, just trying to make a mess and make another mess so that they can keep people from seeing their mess. It's really insignificant behavior, and that's why I don't understand. Ooh, maybe a lot of these people are drinking. Maybe this is to people that you guys know that has an alcohol addiction. Again, mentioned about some time ago about someone who was drinking Listerine. Be careful, because they may have even replaced the bottles and just left bottles sitting there so that nobody catch on. So it's like, that bottle wasn't there. That they were drunk. You could tell by the way they were driving, but they leave another bottle there after they know that you're on to them, so that you can think that they never drank that bottle. Because they realized that you saw what was happening. They realized that you saw what was up. Or somebody had told you something. Maybe you caught my reading. I don't know. But that's how they roll. That's how we roll. Yeah, now they're just going to the bar. Maybe they can't afford the bar anymore, is what Spirit said, because that flew out my hand and went upside down. Yeah, because people are seeing them for their clown behavior. Oh my gosh. It's bite your tongue energy, because I almost bit my tongue just now. It's some bite your tongue energy. Maybe their friends are looking at them right now like, wait a minute. Maybe they can't keep up with their lies because of all of their drinking. I mean, but lies are hard to keep up with in the first place, aren't they? They're like the hardest things to keep up with, along with the other shenanigans people pull. That's why you don't do that. Duh. You don't need to be an elder to know right from wrong. That's the thing I understand about people too. It's like, can't you see the difference? But the blind are the blind, right? They're not really seeing, right? That's why we have people like this, right? All right, let's see. Ooh. So I feel that journalist energy coming back in here, because I see that elder card came out. So it's fact and true. Like, so there's this wisdom bearer experience that upholds the tradition of kindness and good health. Okay. So what we're talking about, self-value, self-love, and self-care, right? Okay. Again, I said that with question mark because these are downloads, you dorks. But anyway, so there's maybe a huge level of protection that's guarding this, because the elders and things outside of maybe most people's capacity or understanding or knowledge, or the things that they were taught, that they learned from their group, and the people that they see of significance, everything that they've ever read, doesn't explain everything, which is why you shouldn't assume that you know everything either, but maybe someone's helping someone see that. I think maybe there's a reader, maybe someone's seeking the knowledge and trying to explore and understand more information and is being guided as well. And it looks like somebody's doing really well though. Look, they're having a good following too. Yeah. I guess it's like after this non-detective energy, so whomever it was that like realized like, no, this isn't the right way. So now they're being guided by the person that they were told to like investigate. Who the thunk? Connect the dots. La 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 la. Connect the dots. That was another reading that I did. And that kept coming up as it's probably a year ago too, because a lot of these people don't realize like the readings are absolutely positively timeless. So what ends up happening is the information that we tell you a year ago is resonant, but then it becomes even more resonant, but so even more so like in this, you have to go back and look at the old readings and see. It's like people were warned, people were told, people were explained and understood, but people did not take heed, right? They understood too. That's the weird part about it, because I've been asking that, like, do they get it? I don't know if they get it. Especially people like dumbasses that come into my room, my chat, talking about like, oh, your bra. No, I don't wear bras like that, like for people to see. No, I'm not that salacious. I don't need to be seen like that. That's what these people's problem is. They need to be seen. They don't feel heard. Maybe they felt like that their whole life, like maybe felt really insignificant. Oh, that's horrible for them. Oh. Yeesh, and maybe through these readings and whatever's happening, like people are understanding that and other people are like communicating that too. Ooh, wow, it's coming under druid and clown energy. So I think people are starting to see that too, like, oh my gosh. Starting to communicate to one another as well. That don't sound good. You know, quiet as this cat. That sounds like a life that you won't forget, and not in a good way, because somebody's gonna be in trouble. Let's see. Let's grab this set of cards. What is this? What is that about? Something's been happen. Ooh, is that imprisonment? Okay, what is that about? Ooh, it's somebody, it's basically, these are like past lovers energy. And I want to feel like, even if it's not like a past lover, it's people that you extended your love to the past. You know, that makes perfect sense, right? People who can't go, just can't go. You know, I don't care if it was a past business associate, a past employee, a past coworker, a past neighbor, a past girlfriend, a past boyfriend, a past auntie, a past mama, a past uncle, a past sister. Past thief, just in the passing, like who cares? Look what they're up against. You got no love for those people. That's what's happening. Yeah, and that's still guiding them to you is what I'm getting here, because that guy tried to creep up on me, and that's fine. Ooh, yeah, because they know that you're gonna have this gift, and 11 and 1 on the clock right now. Well, it's like 11 people in here and 1 like, so it's 11 and 1 from what I'm looking at. But anyway, it's because of this. Want to see the other card that felt? Can't make this up. For the privileged lady. Look at her. So sweet. So innocent. So pure. Looking like a wow. Ooh. He looked like a wow too. Oh, he looked like a wow. It's a mature wealthy man. He said don't forget the mature part. Like, I ain't no dummy. Ooh, I'm everything that you expected. I love this. I didn't know this was going to turn into a little love reading, but I guess that's just to bring some more of these cards, some despair. That thought that they was a main male. I couldn't even say that outright, because they want to be this made male, but it's like, how are you made when you're trying to off of the existence of a female that you love but you hate her? Or vice versa. Like, how is it that you're supposed to be a made female, but the only things that you have are because some other man helped designate and create them for you? You didn't have an idea of your own. I'm just trying to paint a picture here. There's a lot of females out here that don't have ideas of their friggin' own, that couldn't create a business even if you gave them one, right? You could ask them what are their hobbies, what do they like, and they couldn't even figure out to do a business in that space. So, and it looked like we just lost 4 of them because 4 people just stopped watching. A lot of people like that I talk about that too, because it's like, people wonder what they lack. Well, maybe ingenuity. I don't know if you heard my kids downstairs making some synchronistic noises, but they do it all the time. Anywho, I think people should just get ready for your lesson, for your lesson. Because if you haven't learned the lesson yet, get ready. I think these are main. Ooh. Ooh. See, that's what it is. It's other people working too hard to look at what you're doing versus working on what they got in them to work on. I don't know, like people like minding your business. Yeah, like minding your business. What they're going to end up doing is getting themselves in. This is what's unnerving to me at times because these people are already convicted in spiritual prison. So it's like us as above, so below. So that's where maybe where this chariot card is coming from. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Somebody's asking about signs in their energy. What signs might this be related to? I'm actually going to do a bunch more signs cards too. Even though feel like I have plenty. I don't know. Why was I going to do more? Oh, that's okay. So that's another thing too, collective. If you've been feeling like this lack mindset, that's what they are trying to pretend and persist to you. Because remember, again, your self-value is up, and you should know that. Like my previous reading said, that's because your money is tripled, or should be. It hasn't already. Okay, take this as your confirmation if you are not doing, to things towards other people, right? I don't know why I even have to put that dumbass disclaimer, but because people be taking readings all the way the wrong way. They think that they're getting something good, even though they've been putting out. I just want to be very specific in that. But anywho. Okay, you need to be removed. I see. Okay, I had to remove somebody that was in the comments just yapping about some dumb stuff. But anyway, some lonely person. Okay, so energies here that could be playing out is Scorpio. What other ones? Yeah, because that even flew over there on the Five of Swords over here. Ooh, and the Devil card. Oh, the Six of Swords. Yeah, this is maybe Scorpio energy that knows that you left them, or that like they're stuck on their own kind of thing. So, decidedly so. Yeah, they're in this energy, and they don't like it when I don't know. There's something about like maybe you even like speaking up or having something to say, like holding the truth. Like the fact that people see you as someone who holds the truth. That's the first time I've noticed that there's a sword on this girl's like notebook here. So it's like this person holds the truth. And there's an air energy, but it didn't go fall on the table. And the Scorpio energy was in reverse initially when it flew out on the table. The Capricorn is here until it keeps peeking at me, and it's like it's in yellow, so it really doesn't want to be seen. Dang. I can't turn my hand around like that because that wasn't cool. But that's why my hand shakes, because I don't need people out there trying to say some more. But anyway, that was another thing too. If you think that the people in the collective are doing something, you have some right to know so much and not create fake documents or whatever. It's what I don't know what people like to do, I guess. I don't know. If you're interested in know, you could always just ask the collective. If you think that it would, benefit you to know so dang on bad, have them take a test for you if you have some premise to know. What is it your business? But that's just keeping it 100. Like I know for a fact that if marijuana wasn't an issue, then I could, which it should be because it's legal. But anyway, I could go right now and take a drug test and you wouldn't find anything else in me. Not even a Theraflu. Not a Benadryl. Not an Advil. Even on my worst days. But anyway. This Aries energy is in the upright, I believe, because of the way it flew to me. Capricorn energy was in reverse. There's a Libra energy that's thinking maybe about an Aries energy. Maybe too much even. And maybe there's an Aquarius that's in the reverse because that's how that was. That's in that energy. And Aquarius that I think is being seen as a highly valued person as well. Ooh, this person may be like very attractive just because of my stuttering. And it's purple. Yeah, and there's a Pisces in the uprights. I feel like this person may be a Pisces, Aries. It's giving a lot of fire energy, but like in the trueness with this Pisces energy. I feel like there's Gemini energy that's going both ways too. There's a good Libra energy out there too, maybe. I don't know if there's also a Scorpio energy that's being held in high regard because of the purple there. And then there's definitely someone that's there that's very attractive, that's a Libra, that's in the reverse, or that maybe even just appears attractive but isn't really. I'm getting this person may not even be an actual Libra. They are probably mirroring the energy of a Libra. Gosh, that's a lot of information. Ooh, yeah. Maybe you're a Sagittarius, they're in Sagittarius. Maybe if you're a Sagittarius and that scenario fits you, that's who I'm talking about. Maybe the person that you're thinking about has Sagittarius or Libra in their chart somewhere like that. So anyway, and I'll leave it at that for reading. All right, I think I have a couple more that I was going to put out. So I'm going to keep them each under their own title but this is definitely something that's going on. So there's somebody that was involved, maybe the collective, that is in a same-sex relationship. I don't know how they're involved. Some of these are just like older couples that are unhappy in their marriages. Some of these people are past lovers or past friends. Some even maybe, I know for me, there's this heavy like feminine energy from like a past neighbor who was in a same-sex relationship where I used to hear them because our walls were so thin in LA. I used to hear them argue, like if they would hang out with me, the girlfriend would like argue with her about like, are you falling for Tasha? And it was just kind of like, get yourself together. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe that's what it is, too. So, because I know that's what it is for me, where I keep feeling like the same sex energy too, where people are trying to like throw something at you. For me personally, I don't know why these disclaimers need to keep coming out. They're all written down too. Like, I don't do that kind of stuff. I don't do third parties either. So, any misrepresentations about me, I don't solicit anything online. In all honesty, like except for if you want to sign up for spiritual guidance and your own type of reading, I am very clear about avoiding toxic people. Yeah, I won't do that. You won't stand a second in my energy. Um, and if you do, it's because I'm oblivious to you. Like if you're in my chat right now, sputtering out some shenanigans, I'll catch you when I review. That's how I go. So anyway, let's see. What else do we have? So tell us a little bit more. Oh, supposed to get another deck. Right, so this person that's in this DL relationship, something's going to come out. Like somebody's going to write somebody a text message or an email or something. I get the energy too. Like the reason why email is coming out is like me, you've probably changed your number and things like that several times. You don't keep in touch with people. You've specifically made sure to like connect from your past. So like people, you're hard to find in that aspect. But I feel like some people might even end up reaching out to you through an email. I don't know what I'm getting. Yeah, because this tower energy is hitting like that. I think maybe some people are seeing things, because that was like another part of the download that I was getting. Like hindsight is always 20/20. Yeah, and they're seeing how that like things are changed. Like I guess where they had seen that there was like something, or they thought they saw something coming through fruition, because it kind of looks like, but it's also sun. So it's kind of like maybe where they thought they were in the sun, they're really in the moon energy. But it's like it's all burnt up. So maybe somebody got burnt by the sun with this change. What does that even mean? Maybe it's like everything that I don't know, everything that they were trying to take improper action against. Ooh, wow. Yeah, it has taken power over them. Whoa. Well, that's true too, because if anybody's out there kind of hating, like when you hate someone, I want to be very clear. My grandmother told me, if you hate someone, that means they have all control and power over you. So if you're sending hate energy, like I hate you, that person picks up on that, they can have the complete domination and power over you. I would be careful with that. If there's somebody out there, especially if they're creative enough and they went through their rites of passage to know, because what people don't realize is there's a lot of people in the collective who've learned all of these lessons already about enterprise, about the creative nature with the universe, right? The first love, which should be source, right? Whether you consider yourself source or whether you consider God source, whatever it is. But that's what gives you all of the enterprise. Oh, and wealth. Look at that. Yeah, because you know how to nurture self. Look, love, self-care, self-value, right? So anybody trying to bring instability to that is ooh. Spirit saying slow down, so they have this message to them. Because you guys know especially when I'm getting, I want to call them intermediary messages. When I'm getting medium messages. When there's a lot of energy. That's what I'm telling you. It's not fake. This isn't fake. Yeah. A lot of people are on judgment right now. A lot of people have sacrificed their children even. Because you see these people on this card, this baby in the middle. I don't have to make anything up. You know, that is the truth, is what Spirit's saying here. Because this is the reason why is that so. If people are wondering, like, what is this? That's what they gave up. That's what they agreed to. They were so full of themselves to think they could do something. Yeah, now they're reflecting on that. They're trying to see how they can have some growth, but I think they're a little too bullheaded, because I feel like with bull's butt, bull's butt is right here. So whoever these people are, just are so asinine. You know, they keep making the same stupid mistakes over and over again, and that's literally why people are wondering, like, why you are getting everything that you're getting, like why you're in this jackpot energy. I don't know what card that is. Oh wait. Oh, promise. Oh yeah, it's here on the table somewhere. I feel it. But the reason why you're in that jackpot energy is not, it's not because they keep doing that, but it's kind of like, okay, because they keep trying to take things away from you, the more you're going to be entitled to. Some people, it's just like they couldn't let that energy go of being butt-headed. You see it. That's the first time I ever seen it on this card. Them being butt-headed, being ignorant and stupid, immature, go stupid, go dumb, go stupid. The energy they're in, by being in that, yeah, I feel like somebody, like, you just someone bop upside their head. Ooh, yeah, this person maybe knows. There's a lot of 13 energy, so if you know somebody with the birthdays on the 13th, if they're Friday the 13th was yesterday, there was a lot of heavy energy there too. Maybe if you know the person couldn't be, is very unstable right now, is suffering a lot of losses, maybe even, or yeah, or no longer has like a specific like in the community even. Ooh, yeah, that part's over. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna let it go. This person is having, Spirit is not in right now. That person's having to adapt. So I'm getting this take how it resonates. It's one of the parties of the same sex relationship who is on the DL. So whether that be the female is on the DL, that has lost their endeavors and their this and that and this and that. If it's the masculine who's on the DL, then they've lost all of their that. Okay, just to help people see, so they don't think I'm yeah. That's how that relates to these couples that I keep telling you guys about. Because this is about somebody on the DL. Yeah, if that was supposed to somebody maybe with some uncertainty, like, well, how does this relate to this person? Well, I'm telling you about this person. You just have to flip the script. If you're looking at the husband, maybe you look at the wife, and vice versa. All right? In that order. So change up the order so that you can see the message. And that's another thing too that people realize about cards. If you're getting a collective reading, that's why things can be reversed. That's why things can present old information versus like new and forward information. If you've blocked off your energy and you're good at clearing your energy, that's why some of your stuff does not come in readings, because you are protected. Remember, I said the more lessons you learn, the more firm that hedge. You know, because sometimes what happens with hedges when we build them around ourselves is we forget. We open it up trying to peek out and see who it is coming towards even, right? Let's just think about that for a minute. So we may have made a gaping hole ourselves with our own activity or inactivity. Have you been watering your hedge? I'm here for a message for the entire collective. You know, this isn't a lot of regret. Not our problem. Yeah. What needs to happen right now is a lot of people are either needing to focus on their aspirations, or you're fulfilling your aspiration. Take it how it resonates, okay? In addition to that, if you are fulfilling your aspirations, if you know that you've felt that energy quite a few times, or even if you've just been nurturing that energy after a heartache, it's here. Be content in the fact that unification of one's soul, oneself, with their highest desires, with their self, is complete. I don't even know how else to say it. So, the collective, You know what's up with these DL people. You know, you don't have any involvement with them. You know that whatever they feel is whatever they feel. You know, whatever they've gotten themselves caught up with is their own issue. The only reason why their stuff comes, like I said, is because you're protected. So you don't really come up in the reading so much. Their energy is coming up because they need to face their consequences, right? Um, and then you come up because you're a good example on what they need to do and how to do that, right? How to really be honest with oneself, how to be tempered and balanced and complete those cycles and learn those lessons. So that's why you're being illuminated, you know, like the moon in, you know, at night. You're illuminating things. You're illuminating everything that's going on in the dark, right? That's what the moon does at night. Yes? They see you in the sun as the sun in the day, just so bright. You just moving and brighter and brighter. We love it. That's what we're here for. Yeah. Yeah. And it's kind of like, it's what I'm getting here is like there's no delay. Like you've also been able to wield and yield your manifestation into your own power. This is double sevens here. And I was just talking about that lucky energy. And seven is always in case there was any uncertainty, let it be certain now. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. So what Spirit's telling me, okay, so we need to talk, I guess, for maybe some individuals who aren't understanding like why these people keep coming up in their readings, like why people pass people or whatever. Um, it's because you allow, like if that energy of a delay or uncertainty comes into you, you should not let your imagination move with it. That's how you the devil. Does that help? Because that's how you defeat the devil. I got a whole story about the devil that I met when I was like 2 or 3. Comment below if you want to hear that story time. But that's how you defeat the devil and take away any uncertainty. And you know, it's that use of your imagination which presents you in this cycle changed energy. Maybe there's some Emperor energy that was wondering. That was a download, just to be perfectly honest. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe even kind of maybe wondering if they need to be prepared for any instability. Okay. All right. I see you. Spirit saying reflect on the fact that you know how to nurture the environment that you're in intuitively. Yeah, I feel like there's no uncertainty. I just touched my third eye. There shouldn't be any uncertainty. You're intuitively prudent. You know what you're doing. We're very well versed for what we're doing. That's why so many people, and then 7 again here, Chariot. So let those 3 add up to this, is what Spirit's saying. Let that build up, that prudence, that build up, bring you to this 7. Because then that's the 777 energy. But then mastermind it, like it's you overcame these. You overcame uncertainty. You overcame delays. And then you overcame your imagination, right? That gets you this 7. I'm just bringing it home. I know about the picture in the background falling down. We like that. It keeps us on our toes. Actually, I'm still planning to like put up wallpaper in here, so I'm not completely finished. Because I was like, oh, I like it, but then I was like, no, I don't. I think I need wallpaper because I always have wallpaper, and that's my zhuzh. Just like I gotta get my nails done. If we're up to my divine masculine, he probably said something like every twice a week, right? But anyway. Listen, this is giving that very heavy 7 energy. I don't know if this shows up to you guys the same way it shows up to me, but again, this is my rock that I found when I was doing all of my hiking, and I was really, really, really going deeper with regard to like my relationship with self and my highest self and with God. Being able to like speak to him and hear him when he spoke to me. So it's very significant, this 7, because it's not man-made. This is like on a oof. Like I was, hiking and like kicked some rocks, and one of them, when something flies past your face, like if this flew past my face, you have to look at it because you want to make sure it's leaving from your face area. And that's what was happening with this rock when I kicked it and I was hiking, and it flew right up in my face, and I saw it and I was like, it looked like a 7. And indeed it is, right? I never touched it. This is exactly the way it was when I kicked it past my face. And it was broken off another piece of rock. Like it literally broke like this. Because I remember when I was dancing, I was paying attention. I told you. How else could I find a rock? But anyway, I don't have to make it up. You don't know nobody else with a rock like this if you want to debate it. Shoot. Anyway, that's how the rocks break too, because I've also taken videotapes of the rocks when I hike in Arizona as well, and you can see that they break like very even like that too. So if anybody ever wanted to debate, but I guess Spirit wanted me to hit home on that 7 energy, because there is a lot of lucky energy, but it's because of prudence. It's not really luck. It's like hard work, luck, you know, being good and giving back, I guess. I don't know. That's what Spirit said it is. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So anything else? We're gonna keep avoiding toxic people. Anything else for these people that are caught up in? Because I feel like there's a third watch energy. Like there's the collective just trying to see like who's trying to be in their energy, what's happening. Then there's the people who are in these dynamics, who are in these relationships. If they're either husband or their wife, or their boyfriend or their girlfriend, or however they claim to be, that they know they don't have like this. Even if they do have physical relationships, I feel like it's like they know that. So this is the thing: if they have a relationship, their person knows that they step out. If they don't have if they don't have a sexual relationship, their person does not know that they're on the DL. So it's like they just think they're having problems and that they're not sleeping with them, but they don't realize like, no, your person likes the other thing. I guess they're going to realize a lot of this in their awakening, because everybody's going to be going through that. I don't think people realize that too. I was just about to say that too. It was brought back to that thought and that energy of like when I first started going through my awakening, one of the things I became is a minimalist. I started not having excess of things, which helps you a lot with relationship with money, but that's just part 1. Because even if you start to get rid of things, you may still have that desire for more things, right? Which is not wrong. However, there's this whole cycle of your relationship with money that you have to build and grow your trust in that energy with, like your vibration, that you have to learn how to keep that vibration. It's kind of like if you've ever been able to manifest money before, and you've ever been able to use mantras and different, techniques to get money, but it doesn't seem like it's coming the way that it's because there's these lessons that go along with these ritualistic things that you need to be doing in order to fully escape materialism and learn how to properly have a good relationship with money. All right. Again, this is a whole process. It's a whole process of the way you think, the way you behave, the way you respond to things. Some of the things I used to experience when my relationship wasn't right, like I would forget about subscriptions and stuff like that, and stuff would just come out of the blue when I really need the last, $25, and the next thing you know, I had $3. Had to change the way I related myself with money, and if, make sure I was being responsible with the money that I had as well, to be able to receive more. So there's just a lot of stuff outside of just escaping materialism. So it's like, oh, if I just don't go buy Redbox. No, that's not it. That's not there's a lot of different things, because Spirit wants everybody to live their dream, right? But it's like in such a way that isn't offensive or defensive or manipulative towards others. Okay? Sell people things they want, People want skims. That's why people put up. I'm just saying. Some people, maybe this will be hard on people too, especially for people who are maybe consider themselves influencers or celebrities or whatever they want to be or do. Sometimes that social media detox is required in order for you to get back here. So in reality, like a lot of people don't realize it's way further deeper than that too, because this is just like a level of it. So there's levels to all of this. So the relationship with money all extends to you being able to become one with nature, which is something that you'll gradually get to when you're on your spiritual journey. But that's one of the ways you can know that. Yeah, that's one of the ways. Look at this. This is all around money for somebody. That's all around why they make the decisions that they make and go into the relationships that they go into. That's what's happening here in these dynamics. If this is your ex, that's your ex, you know that. If this is, your mama and her husband, then that's, you know that. Yeah, these people don't know how to like release their expectations, not just for other people. That's a huge part of their problem, but also for themselves. They got like, that's the energy that the collective is in right now though too. And if you're not, in order for you to get down that right direction for this last step here, is this like releasing the expectation too is a part of it. You have to release the expectation and trust that it's going to be provided to you, right? But anyway, and not focus on the money aspect, because you need to focus on creativity, like the value of it. Again, like people buy Skims because they like it, right? I'd say they do. I've been trying to put on this red Skims dress damn near a week. It's just, where am I going? I feel a little dressed up to go make cake. You feel me? I don't think I should fry chicken in Skims. I'm just keeping it 100. It's not, I'm not even joking with you. I'm being honest. Like, I don't make things up. Things are, the synchronicities and the things that I can do are all real. I don't have to make anything up. I'm very authentic. I've enjoyed my that way. This is the red Skims dress I was trying to put on earlier. Can you see that even? There we go. So, bought it at Nordy's last year around this time. Because I like the way the material feels. It's a really good feeling dress. It fits nice, but it was like I was going to wear it last night to this kid's function at their school, but ultimately I was going to be like a billion dressed. So I ended up trying to just kind of match what my daughter had on, because I felt like that was more appropriate, which it absolutely was, because we spent a lot of time swinging on the swings. And my kids go to this awesome school where there's like a barn and, you know, animals and all kinds of great things. But, you know, that's part of releasing expectations too, you know. It's this thing I say about the chicken coop. Some people take their chicken coops to like the next level. So, and again, there are levels to that. So continue to have faith, collective, because if you're worried about something you needn't be, I saw the triple money increase. I'm receiving it myself. Like, I'm actively receiving it. So, you know, be encouraged. Remove all of your doubts. You're ready to step into your blessings and claim what's already yours. Yeah, big time. And you're staying in this energy of balancing, and then there's still this heavy declutter. And I was also talking about becoming a minimalist. So maybe, you know, take it how it resonates. And maybe, you know, maybe you need to take on less responsibilities. Maybe you need to delegate more. You know, I've seen that happen for somebody recently, to bring that balance too. Like, maybe you need to take on one less business venture in order to take on these other two next year, kind of thing. You know, be able to solidify your structure, because again, that's the thing too. Some people don't realize, like, some people consider themselves an entrepreneur because they did drop shipping, but you don't know about running a business. You know about drop shipping, right? There's just some people who just don't really know about business. They know about, but they think they do. And I feel a lot of that energy, like kind of call out the collective on something, when it's like, if you're a collective person like me, it's like, no, I understand enterprise that came out here already, right? We understand that, like, it doesn't what we're doing. Because even if we're pushed out of that industry, we could take what we know in that and create something for ourselves. Like right now, I know if I wanted to go out there and create a real estate school, I can go to create a real estate school and show exactly what I know to be the truth about how to designate and pass these exams based on what I learned in real estate school. Some of us just really pay attention to everything and keep hold, and that was one of the smallest things too. That's what's so funny. It's like, oh no, compared to what I like received recently from spirit with respect to like what I can do enterprisingly. And what's going to be so funny is, like, some people may be at the crust of like having to let go of certain business endeavors or things like that they wanted to do right now, but what they're going to realize, the one that you get later is so much bigger than this one, because I wasn't seeing it that from that perspective either. I wasn't seeing it from that perspective either when I had to let this go. But the way spirit gets back to you is in such a way that you're kind of almost hands off. You just really get to enjoy it, which I think is wonderful. I think it's really wonderful. But be careful too, collective, because what I found personally for myself, even though it's like, oh, I could go back into industry and you know, tear it to shreds in multiple ways, right? But this one way recently would like put me at the top. Like, everybody would see me, right? They wasn't going to see me, but they'll see me if I do this. It's not even attractive anymore, because it's like, well, I also don't want to be in that industry. Like, that's they're in that fashion where I have to teach others, because I find that, you know, people don't always listen in certain arenas, you know? And there's a lot of people out there that can give you a lot of information with respect to that industry too. So anyway, maybe that's, you know, so maybe that was just like clarity for some other people, maybe to even to open up with other people about what they want to do, what your endeavors are, like maybe even just sharing. Maybe there hasn't been a lot of that. Maybe you kind of like similar to me, like you keep all of your business endeavors and things like that to your spirit, saying when you know that you've met the right person that you can share these endeavors with, that will be supportive even if it's just energetically, because what you need first and foremost is people that are going to be energetically supportive of you. That's when you should open up, and you'll receive more out of those relationships. Of course. Duh. Yeah, you should really see the beauty in the fact, like, especially if you have some people like that right now that are around you that are supportive of your business endeavors, that's something that maybe you need a little bit more on. And if there are any outlying tasks, Spirit is saying, find the beauty in those so that you can go ahead and like move forward. Okay, that's okay. This is a reading, y'all. All right, so hope that this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. There are a couple other people. Oh gosh, some people are not well. I thought I blocked that person already. My apologies, guys. You have to sit there and look at the bum's energy. But yeah, so please stay in the energy of receiving, stay in the energy of opening up with those that are supportive of you, living your dream, you know. And so for some of these people, it's going to be people like that they're in their relationship, like they're in the same sex relationship, or maybe somebody that's going to understand like what they're dealing through, the karma that they're facing, having to, you know, who they are, you know, who they love, where they feel most comfortable, you know, at right now. Because it's not necessarily, you know, a forever thing. So that's what some people may need to know too. Like, you know, I don't know why DDG and his girlfriend are in it, but like in relationships, you know, dynamics, sometimes letting go of people gives you the space that you need to really evolve as a person, to appreciate them more, you know. But if you're like me, I don't want anybody from my past back. I don't care if you like just met me, we were just young. And that was another download too that I got. Like, that's also something the collective energy is aware of, that like there are even people that you have no issue with whatsoever. I can think about someone very specific to me that we've just always been really good friends. There's never been any sparks. We've been physical together, but there's no sparks. It was just like, oh, okay. And then we spend more time on the phone talking than we do doing those things. We're just really good friends to one another. We're just really good people, you know. But for some people, they make those arrangements, right? I had a friend who made that type of arrangement with a friend of theirs. You can't have those arrangements either. Actually want a spiritual union too. I don't know, somebody needs to hear that. But like, there are situations and circumstances where you may, you know, leave someone alone and it's on good terms, and Spirit was wanting to make sure everybody knew, like, that's how you typically want things to end. And if they didn't, it's fine. You're not responsible for how other people respond to the truth. You're only responsible to living it for yourself and not for them. All right. I hope this has been helpful and insightful in some way, shape, or form. And I'll catch you on the next one. There.